Hey everybody, it's Shawana McGee with It's Power in the Voice, and today we're going to be talking about dating while dysfunctional. You heard me, dating while dysfunctional. So let's get started. Now, when you think about the word dysfunctional, let's dissect that for a moment. Dysfunctional means useless, not working, not valuable, meaningless, flawed. So many things that dysfunction means. Well, if you take that into a relationship, dating while dysfunctional is the title, do you really think that you'll be able to be any good to someone if you're dating while dysfunctional? While all of these things are going on, you're broken, you're not valuable, you're useless. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of dating in this day and age while you're dysfunctional. We all have done it. I know I have. I have for 38 years. But at what point do you really realize if you are dating while dysfunctional, it's never going to work? You're always going to be bickering, arguing about this, that, and the third. It's never, ever going to work. Now, just for a moment of transparency, I always had friends to tell me that I was a serial dater. Me? A serial dater? I was like, wait a minute, what do you mean? So when I thought about that for a moment, I said, maybe I am a serial dater. And what that meant was I would meet someone, go out with them, have a good time. And whatever that good time may be, maybe we went out for drinks, maybe we went to dinner, maybe we just had a good time all together, as adults do. And 2 weeks down the road, my friends would say, oh, what happened to so-and-so? How y'all doing? And I'd be like, girl, I'm done with him. They'd be like, already? And it was crazy things, the reason why I wouldn't talk to him anymore. It was things like, girl, when he talked, it was just something about the way he talked. When he chewed his food, when we went out to eat, it was just something about those things. He chewed his food a certain way and it just didn't work out right. Or when he walked, his foot went like this. Like I was noticing the most petty things about guys that made no sense. I was a serial dater. So when I dissected that for a moment and I said, well, maybe my friends are right. Why am I this serial dater? I had to really dig down deep to figure out what it was that was hindering me from continuing on in this relationship. Now, let me just take a commercial break for a moment. I just finished a 5-day challenge called Pray for Your Future Spouse. And I just want to give a shout out to Jamal and Natasha Miller. They spearhead this 5-day challenge worldwide. And it is really a great challenge because you're able to pray specifics about your future spouse. And it wasn't until I really took that challenge that God began talking to me to figure out where my healing needed to come from. Because y'all, if we don't heal from things that has broken us, that back in the day is deep rooted inside of us, we're always going to be dating while dysfunctional. So let's just be honest for a minute. I had an interesting childhood. I always felt loved in my childhood, but it was a whole lot of dysfunction going around me. So if I look back at my childhood, I had to think about it. I was a daddy's girl. I loved my daddy. You can tell me anything about my daddy. I looked like him. They always say I walk like him, talk like him. Like I always heard that about my daddy. I smiled like him. We had the same gap, things like that. I was a daddy's girl. So what happened was my dad ended up moving to Chicago, 9 hours away from me. I have family in Chicago on my daddy's side, and that's where he moved. He didn't move back until I was a grown adult. Well, at that point, we didn't have the relationship that I always wanted with him. So because I loved him and he left me, it put me in a dysfunctional state. Let's take, for instance, my mom. My mom was a good mom growing up. She cooked, she cleaned, she dressed me and my sister. We were always cute, dressed alike. I mean, she was a really, really good mom. You couldn't see her anywhere without us. Like, she was a really good mom. Well, the streets took her in, and she ended up going to prison. Now, man said that she was going to have life plus 10. God had another story for her, but that's something different that we'll talk about on another day. But again, the mom I love so much left me by force. She had to go to prison. And then my sister, everybody knows, if you know me, you know my sister and I have a very close relationship. My mom always told her, take care of your little sister. And that's exactly what she did growing up. But when she got old enough, she left the house and never came back. So the sister that I fought with, laughed with, cried with, who was my best friend, my first best friend, she also left me. So if you take these people, my mom, my dad, my sister, the three people that I really loved, they left me, which caused me to take all of that dysfunction into relationships. Dating while dysfunctional. I mean, it all goes together. So I never heal from it. And one thing that we know about healing from something, if we suppress it, we never heal from it. And that's what I did. I suppressed it. I never talked about it. It was as if my friends asked me about mom, dad, it was, I just kind of brushed it off. I never talked about it. You didn't hear me really talk to them about it. Like, I never brought it to the forefront, which means that when I started dating, I was looking for these guys to fill a void that they were never going to be able to fill because it didn't come from them. I needed to get healing from my dysfunction. So during the course of the 5-day challenge, the Pray for Your Future Spouse challenge that I was referring to, God really revealed to me that was a deep-rooted issue that I needed to fix. And I'm still praying about it today, but I was able to really, and y'all, I had forgotten about this stuff. I mean, like, it was so deep-rooted that when he said it, I was like, really? It kind of took me by surprise. So because I'm starting to heal from it, now I can actually talk about it. This is probably my first time talking about this in over what? I'm 38, in over 30, however many years. I never talked about it. So because God is healing me from it, I'm now able to talk about it. And listen, y'all, He can do the same thing from you. You got to be able to heal from your dysfunction in order to be good to somebody else. Where we're broken, He can make us whole. Where we're flawed, He can make us flawless. Where we're meaningless, insignificant, He can make us meaningful and make us significant for someone else. Y'all, we got to heal from our dysfunction, because dating now, it has to change. It can't get any worse, y'all. We only need to go further. We only need to get better, because we cannot go worse. We have to heal from our dysfunction. So what I want you all to do today, do some homework. Take time to really think about what has been so deep rooted inside of you that has been causing you to date while dysfunction. So take time to pray, get some healing, so that we won't take this dysfunctional into another relationship. Y'all, it's been great talking with you today. I'm excited to be back. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Power in the Voice. And remember, God spoke life to the world, so let's speak life to His people, because it's power in the voice. You all have a great day.